What's up? What's up? What's up? Make sure our audio was good. Yep, we looking good. We're looking good. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome everybody who is coming in to the Blurred AF, and of course, I am your host, Dre Mac, and we're supposed to have a special. We're supposed to have a special guest. Mika G will be in here soon. So Blue should be in here soon. I haven't heard anything from Blue. But if he'll come in, he'll come in. And I'm not worried about that part. Twitter's been acting a fool right now. Can't get on my Twitters, but I guess I'm gonna have to just remove the show and try to do it at a later time. But anyway, thank you. Today we're going to talk about. I'm going to do a reaction. I was waiting for Mika to get in here, but I want to do a reaction to the new Blade news that I just saw, and then we're going to talk about the Scream 7 news with Mika G. So thank you again. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant channel. But let's go ahead and get this thing started here. You kind of already know how I do. Let's go ahead and hit that intro.
What does this button do?
All right. Let's see who's all up in here. All in the his if she's like, who's up in here? Torian, what's up? I'm just waiting for Blue and Mika G. That's who I'm waiting on right now. What's up, She? What's good? Black Panther, what's up? Chrissy. Hey, Chrissy, what's going on? Nice to see you up here in the chats. Jazzy, what's up with it? What's up? Professor Film Fam, what's going on? Good evening, everybody. I gotta be chilling because I gotta be, because I always think about the morning show. And only time that you will see me not on Blurred AF is when I'm at work trying to make some extra money. That's the only time you won't see me on Blurred AF. You know what I mean? Because I gotta get that money, man. What up, Pam? What's up? Well, last week was a totally different story, though. He said read soon. Oh man, Sister Pam, my sister Pam up here. It was nice to see you on back of the bus too with Marcus and them, man. It's just nice when all the YouTubers link up with, no matter if it's Chill, no matter if it's Blue, no matter if it's the Spoiler Kings, who will be on later on in the next couple of hours at the 9 o'clock hour. That's why we don't try to run. That's why I really try to cut this short, because I know I want you guys to go and support like Spoiler Kings, Planet Fanatics, and all these other guys. You know what I mean? That's what I really want, because these guys are doing their thing. So I want to make sure that you guys know that we got these YouTubers out here. We link it up. You know what I mean? Popcorn in your beer. All these guys, man, is doing their thing. We want to make sure that you guys know this collection of people we are going to represent with Kat. You know what I mean? All of that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kat. You know what I mean? And everything she has done, yo. You know what I mean? Like, it trust me, there was folks that was hating because she was the white girl in our group when we was Law Avengers, and I'm like, yo, she got something, and she proved that. She kept working, working all these cases, stuff like that, doing her thing. Pam doing her thing, you know what I'm saying, getting closer and closer to the goals, So I'm shouting at everybody. I got love for all the people that I rock with. You know what I'm saying? Even got love for the ones that I don't rock with. You know what I mean? Because ain't nothing but love from me, baby. What you got? You know what I mean? Because y'all not gonna, y'all not gonna stop what I do. And I don't want nobody to stop what they doing for me. So we all good up in this piece. You know what I'm saying? My brother from another mother, aka Bruce Leroy, aka Jay Young. You know what I mean? The life coach. That's my guy. Tori, you up in there too. You my gay, yeah, I'm just blessed. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thankful. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed and I'm thankful, especially, the news of Alicia Burney's death has hit our local television here in Kansas City, and again, I'm just it still stings, but I know that I didn't post anything. I still got a video that's it's just sitting right now. I was waiting for the family, honestly, to do their thing, and I wasn't gonna post anything until the family said something or whatever. Like I said, I know her dad. You know what I'm saying? So her dad gave me his blessing a few days ago, but I still wasn't, until the news actually circulated because I felt like the family, her brother, has came out and confirmed her death and stuff like that. So it's just we still got to enjoy these moments. Everybody that I work with, I rock with, everybody who rocks with me in the chat, all of that stuff. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I rock with you, you rock with me. And it's all good. I got love. You know what I mean? I got most definitely got love. So I just want to make sure that you guys know that. I just want to make sure that you guys know that. Twitter is acting a complete donkey right now. I cannot get on Twitter with StreamYard. But okay, we're live now on Twitter or X or whatever it is. We good now. We good now. Marley, hold on, wait a minute. He said real quick. Sheep animation, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Marley Mar, what's good? What's good? Hey, I gotta what I'm gonna do, and this is to you guys. If you guys want me to do recaps on Daredevil Born Again, let me know in the chat. You know how I do it. I go through and I skip and I say what I do. If you want me to bring that back for Daredevil Born Again, put a 1 in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. Or if you're watching this on a replay, let me know if you want me to do that. Yeah, absolutely, Sheed. Absolutely. What up, Robert D? What up? What up? What up? It is good to see you in here too, Sheed. Tony Robinson, what's up? What's up? What's up? Like I said, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. Andre Ware, what's up? What's up, my guy? What's up? Yeah, Twitter has been it been all over the place. I was up. I woke up at like 1:00 in the 1:30 in the morning, and I started working on that video, and off and on. I had to update my MacBook, and then off and on and doing stuff, and so I was asleep the majority of the day, but I was trying to refresh because this is the first day of free agency or first legal tampering period. People getting signed. So, I was checking up on my Chiefs news, you know what I mean? So, I was mad because it wasn't working. Like, what's going on here? But yeah, it's been crazy. Brother Juma, what's up? What's up? What's up? He said one always. One always. All right. A lot more of y'all. Let me know if y'all want me to do the recap of Daredevil Born Again. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. We lost to Sean Wharton, which was a big defensive tackle that's gonna hurt to replace, and we lost Justin Watson. So, not really big. Hey Tina, what's up? What's up? Good afternoon. I said good morning. Good afternoon. One's coming in. Let's recap. Daredevil. I personally, My mouth was dropped when I was watching Daredevil. I'm not gonna lie, my mouth dropped because I didn't think they was gonna pull that. That's what I'm talking about when shows have stakes and they have those type of stakes. Hey, you got me. I'm in there. I'm in there like swimwear. So the stakes that they had in there, yeah, I gotta give it. I gotta give them props. It's I just be chilling most of the time. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with being a Saints fan, man. Ain't nothing wrong with being a Saints fan. It's Daredevil Born Again is nowhere close to bad. What I will say, in tell me if I'm not wrong. It reminds me of like a Batman s type show. It's not. It's never going to be Penguin. Penguin was his own thing, and I would never compare what Penguin did because Penguin was it was very practical, and the Batman universe is very practical, right? So they're not going to be doing a lot of special effects things that you would normally consider, Batman doing. Like they had the Batman running it, like flying into like the underpass and stuff like that. Very practical because that can happen. There's going to be a hint of special effects, and I know people was getting mad about the rooftop scene. They said it looked a little cheesy. It looked a little fake, with the rooftop scene, him jumping roof to roof, but the action scenes are still there. I'm not really worried about that part as long as the grittiness is still there. And the only difference is not the tone. It's the cinematography as far as the color scheme and the difference in which you could tell the difference of Daredevil Born Again compared to Daredevil season 1 through 3 is when you look at it, it looks grittier. It's darker in tone, darker lighting, stuff that you would literally see from a Batman show. If they actually made Batman live action like Batman, then that's what you would actually see. But in this Daredevil Born Again series, it reminds me of if they did Batman, but they made it more colorful as far as the lighting, the world, because the world is just not dark and gray. The world's just not brooding or whatever. What it does, the color palettes set you into a mood. That's what it is. It's all psychology. Like if you see reds, it's supposed to make you mad, or red is considered love. Blues, is considered more somber, more relaxed, more chill. It's all psychological. That's why they changed the scale, the color palettes and stuff in these movies to set a tone, to give you a feeling. Anybody who's ever watched any type of film or filmmaking or whatever, that's what they do. They desaturate, you know what I'm saying, or they brighten up just because of these particular things. So I like it. It is I would love to see, just me personally, and tell me what you guys think before I get into this this Blade reaction. I wanted to do it with Mika G. Let me reach out real quick and just make sure just to make sure they know. They could be getting their stuff together too. But what I would like to see, this is just me personally, what I would like to see is that tone that Daredevil has, because they cussing in all of these, more mature tone, but with Spider-Man. Like that world. This is why I had a problem. And let's look at it like this. And this is also, and I'm not picking on, yeah, I am. Do you see the way that they handle the law in Daredevil compared to the way that they handled law in She-Hulk? It's not rocket science. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. So I would like to see that particular tone. And you kind of gotta make it. You gotta have that hint of fun, because everything is not just somber, but it has to be a balance. So you gotta have that hint of fun, but you gotta take this crap serious. Some of this stuff you have to take, so you can't make everybody stupid. So I was mad at the walk of shame with with the Daredevil in that show. I couldn't take that. I could not take that. That was horrid. That was horrid. Let me see. I see William William. I think I got you. Let me see. And I'm gonna answer. I'm gonna get to all you guys' stuff here. You know, Spider-Man. I mean, that should be it. Bring Deadpool into that world too. You know, maybe it's just a one-off, not something that's a mainstay, not a buddy. It's a one-off, a cameo. Daredevil is decent to me right now. And like I said, it's not Daredevil season 2. It reminds me of it. It kind of has Daredevil season 1 vibes to me. And if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I'm glad they didn't go with a campy tone or anything like that, because the MCU gotta be wacky and stuff like that. Stupid. That's dumb. You don't have to be wacky and silly all the time. Dude, you gotta have characters that actually talk and walk like human beings. Not like walking puns or jokes and stuff like that. Nobody ain't joking all the damn time. Stop it. You know, or we don't need a secret invasion. Anyway, Andre Ware, thank you so very much for the $5 super chat. Do you think Marvel should have kept their shows on Netflix instead of Disney Plus, or should they have just stuck with the movies? I don't mind it being on Disney Plus. It just has to be on the tone of what Netflix started out, which Brad Winderbaum, I got to give Brad Winderbaum his props, because I was not expecting Neighborhood Spider-Man to hit me like that. But they also had the writer for Craig of the Creek, the creator and writer for Craig of the Creek. And if you ever watch Craig of the Creek with your kids, or you just watch Craig of the Creek, there's some tones in there for a kid show. You be like, that's why it was so. I was like, that's familiar. This feels familiar, and that's why it was so blackety black. That's why it was so blackety black. So that's what I liked so much about it. Well, it was blackety black as far as like Tombstone's character, using that character. I was surprised. I was most definitely surprised, you know, and I'm glad that they stuck with that. That was awesome. So because you hit me with that super chat, let me go ahead and give you something real quick. Woo!
I done came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up.
Appreciate the $5 super chat. $5 super chat. We're gonna get to here in just a moment. I was more of a Jessica Jones, Luke Cage fans. Once Stephen A. came on, was on my screen, I lost a bit of respect for the Luke Cage show. The Luke Cage show wasn't bad. It was Bushmaster was a really good villain. Bringing in Nightshade and all of that. That's so. Anyway, but I didn't have no problems with it. My personal feeling is the show good. You know what I'm saying? Is the overall tone in the show and all of that good? That's what I was more concerned about. You know what I mean? That's what I was more concerned about. Matt Murdock was a good Christian boy until She-Hulk turned him out. Oh my God. I do not like that show. What's up, Puma Lee? What's good? Watch episode 1 of Paradise. Wow. I heard about that. I'm gonna have to check that out. You said they should have kept it on. I don't mind it being on Disney Plus, but you got to keep that same energy. If you keep the same tone and energy of those shows just on Disney Plus, I don't have a problem with it. That's what I'm more. That's what I'm more concerned about. Is the tone and everything correct? You know what I mean? That's it. That's just me personally. And guess who we got in the house? Mika G is in the house. Mika G is in the house. That's Mika G. I swear, I put this on everything I love, Mika. I'm gonna find that Wacky D beat. I'm gonna remix it to the Mika G song. Oh, we can't hear you. You muted. So Striker was born a generic villain, a downgrade for Cottonmouth. Cottonmouth was good. I liked what's his name? We still can't hear you? Did you check your settings real quick? Check your audio settings. She'll be back. What's up, executive judge? What's up? Why would Disney keep their on their shows on another streamer? Exactly. You got the rights to them. You know what I mean? You got the rights to them. Might as well make that money. But Disney Plus, After Dark has have the tones of those Netflix shows. They as far as a Disney Plus, you do have to have a code to be able to get on Disney Plus. You know what I mean? To have those darker tone shows. So keep those darker tone shows on. You got to make me want. Let's put it like this. They got to be able to stop being so family friendly. Hey, they don't care about black people. Why do y'all care about people cussing and showing maybe a boobie or two? You know what I mean? Hey, keep that same energy is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And Mika G will be back here in just a moment because she was having some audio issues. Let me get you because I think it was Everything Always, and I want to be able to check out. Matter of fact, I knew I didn't do something. Give me just a second here. I need to do something real quick. Yeah, I mean, tripping. Very much tripping. All right, let's see if we got Mika G back. Mika, can you hear us?
Or I can hear you.
Oh, we got you now. Aye, Mika G. That's Mika G.
What's up, everybody?
Mika G is in the house.
I got no makeup on. I feel.
Can't tell. I can't tell. You're still absolutely fabulous, madame.
I try.
But look, for Mika G coming back, all I want to show is, I had to do, you know what I'm saying? I had to put my horror on. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't do that. I got on a dinosaur t-shirt.
See, you see how I made it. I made sure that Mika G knew I was representing her.
I didn't do it. I got on a dinosaur t-shirt. Not the mama. It says it at the bottom. It says at the bottom. It says not the mama.
Not the mama.
I missed this shit. I missed this.
I know you do. So before we get into the news about Scream 7, I wanted to do a reaction video with you on some Blade news. I literally just seen it, and now I don't see it, and we're probably gonna have to get to it here in a second. But there was some Blade news that came out, and
Super chat.
I wanted to get oh yeah, it was from the Cosmic Wonder. It was some Marvel Knights news, some Blade news, Marvel Knights news. But before we get into that, it said, you don't know who Mika G is? The original member of the Blurred AF? Well, you got to get you got to be an OG. Let them know.
I am the OG.
I am
the OG. I am the triple OG. I am the original member of the Blurred AF experience. I am your horror movie.
Exactly. We've been missing out on the horror aspect because Mika G ain't been here. So now we got Mika G back in the house. So we back on. You know what I mean? At least for today. At least for today.
For today. Because I got it. Because I haven't. Yeah, I got news.
Okay. We'll talk outside of here.
No. I can announce this on here.
Oh, well, let's shut my mouth.
So, if y'all go and find Cinematic Nightmares podcast, it is up and popping on YouTube as of today.
Cinematic Nightmares, y'all. When we get off, we will find that on YouTube, and we will be subscribing to that. And I said we will be subscribing to that. And if you don't, you know what I mean? If you don't, all of that up your face. All right. Thank you so very much, William Marlowe, for the $10 super chat. Glad to have you back. Appreciate it. And then for the fact Mika G is back, you already know what I gotta do for that $10 super chat. Body roll.
Super chat, body roll.
Oh man.
You can do my favorite one.
Which one? Hold on, wait a minute. Which one's your favorite?
I done came up.
I already did that one.
I don't care if you did it already. I don't like that body roll.
I know you don't. That's why I did it.
Okay.
Look. Here, she with the $2 super chat. Since she called it, because I already know she wanted. Woo!
I done came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up.
That's from Mika G, because Mika G said, I don't like body roll, but whoever does the next super chat, guess what you're getting? You might get gangbanging. You don't know.
You know what? No. Not even gangbanging.
You might get gangbanging. You know,
Wait.
You never know. All right, he said that. He said that's why I did it.
I know that's why he did it.
See,
made me fight you.
So Mika over here, horror expert aficionado. You know what I mean? Me, I'm just slow, and I like Big Lizzo. So that's what I'm here for. That's right.
I didn't come back for the food. Torian, to answer your question, what do I think? That's part of my my little spill with the upcoming horror movies that's getting ready to come out. I'm excited about that one.
Yeah, we're getting ready to. We're most definitely getting ready to get into it. But first, let's go ahead and shift gears real quick. Let's go ahead and do this Marvel Blade news. I want to do a reaction with Mika, to see what she actually thinks of this Midnight Suns, this announcement. I haven't watched anything. I don't know, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with this. So we're gonna watch this and we're going to react to it together, and then we're going to get into our Scream 7 news. So let's get into this real quick and let's go.
Some great news about Blade and the Midnight Suns. However, it kind of comes with some bad news, depending on how you look at this and look at Marvel's new plan for the supernatural side of the MCU. Marvel had huge plans for the supernatural side of the MCU, announcing in 2019 at San Diego Comic-Con that they were indeed making a Blade movie and had already found their Blade, Mahershala Ali. Fans got super excited for this, and then we started to hear that Marvel Studios was going to make a Midnight Suns project as well, which was awesome and made sense considering over the years we got Moon Knight, Werewolf by Night, Doctor Strange, of course, Agatha all along, and we know that Marvel Studios had other plans for other characters to join the MCU and be a part of the Midnight Suns, with Blade basically being the Nick Fury of the Midnight Suns team, and the fact that he was going to be the one that started to recruit them and bring them together as a team. And we started to see this in the post-credit scene for the Eternals, where Blade...
Let me ask you real quick, Mika. I don't know if you watched Werewolf by Night, but that was their take on, to me, it was their take on classic Universal monsters. You know, Little J, what's up?
It was their
okay. Would you actually watch a horror side of Marvel. And
Yeah.
if you would, what would you like to see in it, if being in that realm of horror?
I mean, technically, the first Blade movie in the Blade trilogy is, is our dark side of Marvel. It is the bloodier, gorier side of Marvel, even though it's not technically a Marvel studio movie. Blade is still part of Marvel. But I mean, if Marvel Studios decided to do a more gorier version of, say, the upcoming Blade movie, I would watch it. I don't have a problem with that. Wait. Oh. Dre just had a power outage. So if we drop off, it's gonna happen. Okay, I don't have the juice either, y'all. Like, all right, so y'all want to ask me some questions? I mean, y'all can still see me, right? You know, it's crazy. I don't even have the juice, so I can't even make myself like big on the screen and all that good stuff. Let's see. What's my favorite horror movie? Dang. I answered that question so much on Threads. Okay, so I guess it depends on the time of the day. I can go anywhere from, well, I'll say right now, my favorite horror movie is probably It. Chapter 1, not Chapter 2, because Chapter 2 sucked. Where have I been? I've been on Threads, y'all. Like, for real. So if y'all have Threads, go follow Cinematic Nightmares on Threads. I be on there acting a fool. I think we talked about Necroscope before. I still haven't seen that. I just want to put something on Dre Power Bill. I can't. What's my favorite slasher? Like slasher movie or like slasher? Like, because if we talking slasher, my favorite is Jason. If we talking about favorite slasher movie, I'm gonna say Candyman. Yeah. Fatal, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know MCU. I don't speak Marvel. I don't speak DC. I'm not the comic book person. I'm the horror movie person. He did pay his light bill. He just texted me and said that there was a power outage. What else I got? I am looking forward to Magazine Dreams. I saw the trailer for that movie while I went to see my dead friend Zoe, and they played that trailer during that movie, and I thought it was pretty dope.
Sorry, everyone. I just experienced a major power outage.
They said you pay your light bill.
Shit. I be the devil's a lie.
Somebody gave $10 and said that they was putting it towards your light bill.
Hold on, my bad.
Just take me off the show.
That's what I was trying to do. First of all, the devil's a whole lie and a deceiver. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that.
I've just been answering questions. Original Candyman or new Candyman?
Oh, come on now.
Everybody in the chat know how I feel about that.
Yeah, y'all playing with me. I have one thing brother do. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be the original and the sequel. Never that new one. Never.
All right. You know what? I didn't even get to hear your answer because as soon as I asked that question, it flickered off. So
you know what? Man, do these super chats so you think so I can get my thoughts together.
Hold on, wait a minute. So maybe I missed. Hold on.
There's a $10 one.
Okay, so give me just a second because I gotta get stuff going back on my end. Because stuff flickered off. So I gotta get back to, I guess, Twitter. Maybe Twitter was so bad that it literally shut my because I can't even get back on Twitter. Stuff is crazy. Anyway, let me get off of here. Well, what was the last super chat? For real, don't play with me. No, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold up. Is this where we was at? This was the last part. Okay. You know what? I got you. Yeah, hold on. Hold up.
Now you're looking at the world's richest man, and I'm black.
Thank you for the $10 super chat, though.
No, I don't like butter on my popcorn.
Are you for real?
I don't.
You don't like butter on your popcorn? So you like just plain white popcorn?
No, you know when you go to the movie theater and they give you popcorn.
That's not butter. That's cholesterol.
Exactly.
That they're pouring inside of a bucket.
Do I like butter on my popcorn? Hell to the no.
And because she don't like butter on her popcorn, she also don't like this.
Super chat body roll.
Randy was like,
all right, it's been another episode of the Blurred AF experience. I'm happy to be back. We didn't get talk more.
Randy said, do you like butter on your popcorn, Michael? Nah, I don't.
Who was doing the body roll?
No, I said, Randy, not Randy. What's up? No, Randy. Randy was asking Michael, do you like butter on his popcorn? I said, nah. Don't ask me that shit. Don't ask me that shit. Anyway. Okay. So the question was before I got shut off and William Mull put $10 on my bill is as far as like horror, what would you like to see if Marvel do in horror?
All right, let me rewind the tape.
I'm trying to find out where Blue at.
Blue is in Houston.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's in the chat. Oh, snap.
Wait, yeah, he's in the chat.
Oh,
you're gonna go get back to the link.
What up, Blue? Oh, okay. No, I feel you. I feel him.
Damn, I forgot what I said. No, I know what I said. So we technically already got it. We already got our horror aspect from
Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
No. Okay. From the Blade trilogy. Even though it's not necessarily a Marvel Studios movie, we technically already got it. But if Marvel Studios was to go that route, I don't see. I could see myself watching those movies, even though I'm not a huge comic book Marvel fan. So
Right. Got you.
And yes. Okay. Somebody in the chat. Thank you, William Moloch.
Mom was a horror movie or
Not the
Madness.
Yeah, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. It was technically a horror. It had very much horror aspects to it. The jump scares, all of that. Yeah. I mean, Sam Raimi did it. You know, this is the evil. The guy who did the Evil Dead. So yes, there was very much horror aspects in that movie. So yeah, I give you that.
And then even with that chick from Deadpool versus Wolverine running her fingers through their eyes and stuff. That was disgusting.
What up, Blue? He said, I just got out of Orlando, about to head back to Jacksonville. All right, man, hey man, we'll see you later. You know, you see, hold on, wait a minute. But when I'm not on, see, I'm gonna call out Tina. Because Tina always try to be on when I'm not here. But then when I am here, you don't see no Tina. So yeah, Tina be dodging me. But he said, Fatal J said the multiverse of, and make sure y'all check out Fatal J's channel too. Another one that that's part of that circle too. You know what I mean? People with Pam and Spoiler Kings and all of that. Make sure y'all check it out, Fatal J, man. Awesome YouTuber. Awesome YouTuber. He said, Multiverse of Madness is the only MCU movie I've rewatched all the time. I love that movie. I actually haven't seen Multiverse of Madness in a minute. Technically, I've been not moving away from watching Marvel movies all the time, but I have start moving away from watching Marvel movies all the time. The biggest movies that I've been watching right now is mob movies. So I've been on a mob kick. So, I'll watch the stuff and then I'll go back to watching whatever else I watch it, or Kung Fu. So anyway, let's get to the rest of this so we can get to our Scream 7 news.
Blade showed up basically to recruit Dane Whitman, the Black Knight. And make no mistake, Marvel Studios still has plans to do this. However, their timeline for it has changed. And you probably have heard recently that Marvel Studios has delayed Blade. They removed it from their release schedule. And this was unfortunate because, one, fans are indeed really looking forward to Blade. But two, we can't have the Midnight Suns team until we get the Blade movie. Yeah. That is what Marvel Studios wants to do. And from what we have heard, that's still the plan. Having Blade bring those people together is what they're looking to do. So here's the good news. Marvel Studios is back on Blade again. Before, it was delayed indefinitely, not canceled. Some people were worried about that, and that could have been the case, but now we are hearing from insiders that they're back on it. However, it's not coming out until after Avengers Secret Wars, which sadly also means we're not getting the...
So let's just put this in perspective. They're going to try to put Blade out, Black Panther 3, whatever that's going to be, and then you're going to start doing the X-Men trilogy on top of that. So they're going to put out 2 black movies in the same year is what they're saying.
Blickety black party.
I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on with this.
The Midnight Suns until after Secret Wars. Now, we do have some updates about who is going to appear on the team for the Midnight Suns. And we also do have some good news about characters from the Midnight Suns showing up in the MCU before Secret Wars. However, it might not be quite what you think. The news that Blade is now coming after Avengers Secret Wars is coming from reliable insider Daniel RBK. And it makes sense. It sounds like the biggest problem Marvel Studios had with Blade was actually figuring out where and when on their slate are they going to release it.
No,
right
it
now,
wasn't.
everything is really focused on the story.
No. We all heard the rumors that this person left and that person left. The director left. Now I got a new director. I don't like that director, but me and that director is working with somebody. Like, the story does not make sense. This is the reason why I really don't like the way that they're trying to cover this up. First of all, if Anthony Mackie could be the executive producer and have his input in a Captain America movie, you're telling me a Oscar winner like Mahershala Ali can't do the same? So I already know that that's bull job right there. Number 2, I know I see the Mahershala Ali is 51. Black don't crack unless you smoke it. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I'm 187 and look at the way look how good I look. I can go do Blade right now. You know what I mean? I am a whole vampire out here, and I can go do Blade. He could do it too. I'm not using the he's 51 as an excuse. When you have 79 or 81-year-old Harrison Ford still kicking and being the Incredible Hulk, being Red Hulk. Nope. I'm not gonna let y'all do it. Not gonna let you do it. I'm just saying it's the way that they were spinning the narrative that they didn't want, Mahershala Ali to have this type of power, this and the other. Then it was this and the other. It was just too much. So tell me you can't make a horror vampire movie without telling me you can't make a horror vampire movie, Marvel Studios. That's all that should be said. That's all that should be said. Hell, we getting a Scream 7 before we getting a Blade movie. Right? So don't tell me you can't. This is probably a slam dunk. They just was afraid to come out and say we could not make the movie that we, that you guys want because we're trying to complicate it with a whole bunch of crap. That's it.
Story of Doctor Doom. And based on what we know, everything that happens between Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, all those stories in between will either take place on Battleworld or still be about Doctor Doom. So their plans for Blade probably don't align with their plans for the ending of the multiverse saga, which is most likely why Marvel Studios has decided to release Blade after Secret Wars. That makes sense. And like I said, some Midnight Suns characters are going to show up in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Some big names are reportedly going to be returning and could even show up in Spider-Man 4. And we'll get to that, but unfortunately with this good news comes a little bit of bad news. Basically, Marvel executive and head of Marvel Television, Brad Winderbaum, confirmed to us that Moon Knight would be returning to the MCU. Unfortunately, he said it's not going to be in a Moon Knight Season 2. So no Moon Knight Season 2 planned for Moon Knight right now by Marvel Studios, but his return is planned. A lot of people thought that he's probably showing up in Avengers Doomsday or in Avengers Secret Wars. However, he really hasn't had any contact with any other hero in the MCU, or any related villain for that matter. And Moon Knight isn't even in New York City in the MCU, which is where he is in the comics. But according to reliable insider Alex Perez from thecosmiccircus.com, Moon Knight is headed to New York City in the MCU. That is where his next story will take place. However, Alex Perez has heard that Moon Knight is not going to be in Avengers Doomsday or in Avengers Secret Wars, making his return most likely being in the Midnight Suns project, which would unfortunately mean we're not getting Moon Knight until after.
The only reason why I have a problem with this is because the more that you delay characters from coming out, especially after they had their show, the more people forget, oh, I forgot about Moon Knight. And then they go watch the show, and then they're going to have you're going to have revisionist history, because to me, there was a lot of people that did like Moon Knight. There was your people who didn't like Moon Knight, like Blue. But there was people who liked Moon Knight. Then and that's what I'm saying. These are not characters that you could just keep pushing down the pipe. You know what I mean? Because people are going to forget all about these characters, eventually. And then what? You know what I mean? And then now now you have to make an amazing story, because people forgot about them if they're not showing up in anything. And that's the difference between this, what they're doing now in phases 1 through 3 in the MCU, is that they don't take the time to develop these characters and have them just pop up somewhere. They don't have to. It's just a cameo. You know what I mean? Shang-Chi is a prime example of that. William Allott. You know what I mean? What is he doing? What are they doing? What are they doing? I don't get it. This is the question that I have.
After Secret Wars. And the reason for this big shift pushing these supernatural characters to after Secret Wars was basically explained by Brad Winderbaum in an interview, where he confirmed that he would show up again and was basically introduced to tie into future projects. He said, I think Marvel Television has happened in waves, and I think Moon Knight happened in a wave of shows that were going to establish characters that would tie into the future. And moving forward, our priorities have shifted. We're making shows as shows that can exist as annual releases, more like television. There are plans for Moon Knight down the road. So Marvel's plans shifting are twofold. One, they're now focused on the multiverse saga, really, and anything that doesn't kind of tie into Doom and the end here are going to be pushed back. Two, they are now making TV shows that can be released years after years after years, much like a regular TV show. It's actually kind of hard to imagine a Marvel television show going for like 7 seasons, and I doubt they plan it for 7 seasons, but a Marvel show going for 3 seasons might be pretty cool. But let me know your thoughts about that in the comments down below. Now, the name that we haven't talked about that often lately, Ghost Rider, has some news. One, which isn't the big news, is that Gabriel Luna, who played Ghost Rider in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., said he would love to return as Ghost Rider and be a part of the MCU. That would be cool. However, it looks like Marvel Studios has locked in a Ghost Rider for Secret Wars. According to Alex Perez, Nicolas Cage is set to return to the MCU. However,
how much you want to bet he'd be in Avengers Doomsday before Moon Knight, Blade, and anybody else you established before that, or he'd be in Secret Wars? Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the reason why this is labeled what's going on. What are they doing? What are they doing with this stuff? I again, Nick Cage, you said, Mika, that he was awesome in Long Legs. Right? So I don't have a problem with Nick Cage at all, because he's Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage just show up, do the thing he do, and walk off, and I'll be satisfied. Nick Cage does this thing, the thing he does. But the simple fact is that they keep sidestepping all this other stuff to bring in big name actors. tells you that either they're grasping for straws, or B, let's just keep it real. You know, they don't have faith in the other talent that they have. And that is even worse. And I don't blame the actors. I blame the talent behind there, the writers, in all of this stuff. So Kevin Feige has to find out what he's going to do. And Kevin Feige's going to be where AVA Rad is at, sitting down somewhere.
It's not going to be an Avengers Doomsday. I personally think that this is really awesome. I really do enjoy seeing
Rosales. What's up, Rosales Comics?
In the MCU who did Marvel movies before the MCU existed return. Like Deadpool and Wolverine was awesome because we got to see so many of these characters be in the MCU, like Elektra and Blade and all those villains. And I do think it's a really great use of the multiverse. We are in the multiverse saga right now. It's going to end in a few years, and they're going to focus more on a singular universe after we do the soft reboot after Secret War. So use the multiverse to its full extent right now. Alex doesn't specifically say that Ghost Rider is going to be in Secret Wars. He just says not in Doomsday, which means he could show up in Spider-Man 4. Based on everything that we've heard and based on the new leaked concept art that we got last week, it really does seem like Marvel Studios has every intention on doing God Emperor Doom and Battleworld for Avengers Secret Wars. Let me clarify that I don't think all of those leaks are going to happen in Doomsday. I don't think we get God Emperor Doom and Doomsday, not at least until the end. And the same thing goes for Battleworld. I think Battleworld is created at the end of Doomsday. I think the multiverse gets destroyed at the end. That's where God Emperor Doom comes, and that's where we get Battleworld. So it makes sense Ghost Rider wouldn't show up in Doomsday. It's going to be a multiversal movie, but not to the grand extent that Secret Wars is going to be, which is how they should do it. Doomsday is going to be big, but Secret Wars, in theory, should be better because Battleworld is a world that consists of a lot of different universes combined. That's where we can get a ton of different variants and cameos. That makes sense. But since the ending of Avengers Doomsday is most likely going to introduce God Emperor Doom and Battleworld, everything after should take place on Battleworld, which means Spider-Man 4 will take place there, which means Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider could show up in Spider-Man 4, which could be really, really cool, especially if Spider-Man is trying to get his own team together to go up against Doom. There's a lot of really great theories.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not excited about this at all. Even listening to his voice does not make me nowhere close to excited about this. It makes me want to hurry up this video and get this over with.
Out there right now about this. We talked about one before that's a really popular one right now. That is based off of the comics, where everyone on Battleworld does not remember their lives before Doom makes Battleworld. So that could happen for a lot of the Avengers and heroes on Battleworld, and Spider-Man might be one of the people who remembers what happened before, because in the comics he is one of the people who remembers their life before, because he was on the life raft with Reed Richards and a handful of other heroes.
You think they're gonna follow the comics?
What happened before.
No.
So Spider-Man, seeing God Emperor Doom, who looks exactly like his mentor and father figure Tony Stark, rule this new world, and the heroes and friends that he once knew all be basically brainwashed and now working for Doom. Maybe he goes across Battleworld trying to get people to help him go up against God Emperor Doom. And maybe Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider is one of those people. Maybe Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield return to help him as well. And maybe they start to recruit all of the OG people, characters from before the Marvel Cinematic Universe started. Maybe Deadpool and Wolverine are there. Maybe they get Wesley Snipes' Blade to return. Maybe Professor Xavier. The great thing is, with the multiverse, anything is kind of possible. And with Marvel Studios bringing back some OGs, that's kind of how we get Midnight Suns characters in Secret Wars without having the new Midnight Suns team come to the MCU. So instead of having the new MCU Blade project come out with the new Blade Mahershala Ali, we get Wesley Snipes' Blade returning again. Instead of getting a new Midnight Suns team and getting a Ghost Rider, we have the old Ghost Rider return, Nicolas Cage. Instead of introducing new X-Men characters, we get the old X-Men characters, like Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. We already know he's returning, and it makes sense that the original X-Men would return as well.
Now, for the person who was
Xavier, Ian McKellen.
For the person who was saying that Mahershala Ali is too old, but Wesley Snipes is cool. Wesley Snipes is it could. I know Wesley's got to be pushing almost. What, 70? Hey, Siri.
Oh, God.
How old is Wesley Snipes?
Dirt.
Wesley Snipes is 62 years old.
And you trying to tell me that Mahershala Ali is too old? Stop it.
McKellen's Magneto. These people, mixed with new characters and new actors that we haven't seen in the MCU, show up for Secret Wars would make for an incredible movie. However, some of them could still show up before, possibly in Spider-Man 4 or maybe even in another movie like Doctor Strange 3 if that comes out before Secret Wars as well. So overall, I think Marvel Studios has a pretty good plan to make some of the Midnight Suns characters appear in the MCU before Secret Wars, but unfortunately for us, our new Blade and our new Midnight Suns team is going to have to wait until after Secret Wars and the new partially rebooted MCU, in which we're going to get the new X-Men, the new Fantastic Four. It makes sense to save this new team for the new saga. But I would love to hear what you think about this in the comments down below.
I'm sorry. That was stupid. And the only reason why I'm saying that was stupid for the simple fact is that not Warren, but the whole news was stupid because let's bring out all these old people and let's forget that we introduced Mahershala Ali in 2019, but yeah, you're gonna have him wait to 2027 to be able to bring him out. That's got to be the silliest, stupidest mess. I haven't seen nothing worse than that since Jermaine Jackson's hairdo. So that's all I gotta say about that. I'm done. Mika, what you think? Well, never mind. Fine. I do even want you to answer that. I apologize. Let's get to this Blade 7 news.
Blade 7?
I mean, shit. I wish. I wish. Let's get to Scream 7. I almost wrote Scary Movie 7 when I was typing this up.
I mean, technically you wouldn't be wrong.
Technically I wouldn't, but let me see. Let me should I go to the Joe Blow? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Joe Blow because this came out today, and this is
who's the latest edition? It's the Jiffy Pop. It's the Jiffy Pop from the stove.
Hold up. Let's put this back on. Let's put this back on screen. Scream 7 adds 2 more potential victims with Michelle Randolph and Jimmy Tatro. Now, I don't know who these people are. Who is this? Was they in any of the other Screams?
Nope.
No, they just gonna die.
They know.
All right.
They probably gonna be the first ones to go.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They're gonna be the new what's it called? Dang, now I done forgot the damn names. The 2 people that died in the first Scream. Because I mean, go ahead.
I don't know. While you were saying it, I was reading it. Well, yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, that's true though. That's true. Can't wait for the racists to get mad about that. All right. Scream 7 is well into production, but that doesn't mean a couple more potential victims or killers can't be added to the cast, as Deadline reports that Michelle Randolph and Jimmy Tatro have signed on. Randolph have been making big waves as a breakout star of Taylor Sheridan's Landman, where she plays the daughter of Billy Bob Thornton's character. She's also a main role in another Sheridan series, 1923. As for Tatro, he's best known for American Vandal, The Real Bros of Semi Valley, and starting alone Topher Grace's Home Economics. The cast of Scream 7 is pretty packed, including plenty of characters across the franchise. This is where Mika G has a problem. After sitting out the last movie due to pay disputes, Nev Campbell returns to star as Sidney Prescott. Courtney Cox is also back as Gail Weathers. As David Arquette as Dewey Riley. Matthew Lillard will be returning as Stu Merchant for the first Scream movie. And Scott Foley will be back as Roman Bridger from Scream 3. Mason Gooden and Jasmine Savoy Brown will also be returning as Chad and Minnie Meeks Martin, respectively. You know who they're missing? Dwayne Martin. That's who they're missing. Dwayne.
I mean, at this
Martin.
point, let's just do it. At this point, since and they're also bringing back Billy.
Yeah,
Billy's coming back too.
but okay. I'm sure. Okay, let's get. Oh, I wasn't fitted. Oh, okay. There's more. All right. The rest of the cast include Isabel May, Yellowstone, 1833, and Sydney's teenage daughter, with Celeste O'Connor, Madam Web, McKinney Grace from Ghostbusters, Frozen Empire, Sam Retcher, the fabulous Essa German from Gen V, Anna Camp, True Blood, from True Blood, and Ethan Embry from Grace and Frankie, and Mark Casolos for Riverdale also signing on. It was also originally believed that Patrick Dempsey might be returning as Mark Kincaid from wow. Anyway, sorry. But he had to pass due to Los Angeles wildfires and scheduling issues. Joel McHale Community has signed on to play Mark Evans, Sydney's husband.
At this point, just bring back the Jiffy Pop from the first Scream as well too.
I say the Jiffy Pop had a bigger role in Scary Movie. I think this is due to scheduling because we are getting a new Scream. I mean, a new Scary Movie. The Jiffy Pop is not going to return due to.
You're right. I forgot. The Jiffy Pop's going to be in a new Scary Movie. Couldn't make it into Scream 7. He declined. Got it.
He declined, yeah. The original plan for Scream 7 would have seen Melissa Barrera and Jenny Ortega returning as Sam and Tara Carpenter, but Spygate Media fired Barrera after a few pro-Palestinian social media posts that they deemed anti-Semitic. That's kind of jacked up. The next day, it was revealed that Ortega had also exited the project. It was initially reported that this was due to scheduling conflicts with the second season of Wednesday, but later emerged that she wanted a substantial salary increase, which Spygate refused, so she walked. This wasn't the end of the drama either. Christopher Landon, Happy Death Day, was set to direct the movie, but he also departed, calling it a dream job that turned into a nightmare. Original screenwriter Kevin Williamson then signed on to do to helm the project. Scream 7 is slated for February 27, 2026. So we're still getting a new Scream with all the stuff that they got going on before we get a Blade, just letting you guys know.
Yes. Oh, Dwayne Martin did in Scream 2, even though he ran, he did come back in the end. So he's still alive.
His
character is still alive. So there's hope. Now I ain't gonna say that. It's not hope. I please don't bring back no more characters from no more Scream movies. We good. Thanks.
What if he does show up in a cameo, like at the end?
like he's now a reporter, right? Like,
yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Gail shows up and he shows up and he's like, yeah.
Exactly.
Or he's a Gail doesn't make it this movie.
How about we kill off the old cast? How about we just get rid of the old cast altogether?
You damn near there. You only got 2 left.
Which is
Gail and Sydney.
Gail and Sydney. They're the only 2 left from the original cast. But how is Stewart coming back?
So there is this fan theory going around that Stu Macher was not killed when that big back TV dropped on his face.
I want to play the clip of. Let me see if I can play the clip, and if I could get 15 seconds out of this, it'll be well worth it. So.
Yes, that's also the rumor too, is that Jennifer is also still alive. And spoiler alert for anybody that has not watched the whole Scream franchise, but it's like when they brought Kirby back. We literally watched Kirby get sliced and diced and gutted like a fish, and she showed up and was like, "Yeah, I got this scar," and I'm like, "Ma'am,
how?
Ma'am, how?
How? That's the question. How?"
And then she was like, "I was dead for like 4 minutes." What?
So we're using the power of technology now, the power of science to bring these people back to life.
So yeah.
Now, I'm going to get to the scene.
Go ahead.
You tell me, am I tripping? But All of us who grew up with the big ass tube TVs, the mugs that it may take two of y'all to take a 32-inch TV up the stairs, right? How did he survive this? Hold up. How in God's green earth did he survive this? I didn't play the how, son? How? I mean, first of all, it's in his head, is pure glass, and sparks is flying. He's being electrocuted. She's standing there because she's really a murderer. I wish it comes out that Sidney Prescott was the murderer the whole time, but you know.
No, she's not she's a victim.
And now she's the murderer. That'd be awesome. But come on, dog. Now we even seen, you know, in a little movie that I like to call Nightmare on Elm Street 3, where the girl got thrown into a TV in a dream and she is dead. And you telling me this dude just coming, so he gonna be Jigsaw from the Punisher? Like, you know what I mean? Just cut up face.
Hold up. Sidney Prescott is not the OG final girl. Y'all better put some respect on my girl, Laurie Strode.
Laurie did survive.
You better put some
Laurie
respect on my
did
girl,
survive.
Laurie Strode. She was the one. She was the foundation. She walked so Sidney could run.
Yeah, she did survive.
But
that is very true.
Yeah. So there is a fan theory that Stu survived that. So even though we watched him shivering and shaking on the pavement with a big old TV on his face, there is a fan theory that says that he survived.
We seen the body. We seen the body. I mean, technically, it's not out the realm of possibility for him not to die. Let's put it like let's put it like, because you could get hit with a TV, especially when the big ass was, and not technically die. You'd be very ugly, but you won't die.
Well, it goes back to what somebody else said in the comments. I think this is the same thing, because I think, and I thought, and I'm gonna go with this theory as well too. They're bringing back all of these characters because the new Ghostface killer is going to use AI to recreate their voices. So maybe technically these characters are not coming back physically, except for Billy, because, well, Billy came through Sam, and since Sam is no longer part of the movie, we won't see Billy anymore. So I think they're just going to use their voices to get to Sydney. So Sydney know who she talking to, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sydney get on the phone and then Billy start talking to her. She like, what you're not going to do is play in my face.
Doing the AI though, that's really interesting. Because for one, that'll make that shit scary as hell. Because you don't know if it's real or fake. Especially the way that they're doing the AI voices now is so good, because they could just take you. They could take my voice right now and then AI Samuel L. Jackson, and I could be Samuel L. Jackson.
I'm sorry, somebody said he come back singing Survivor.
Poobah, yeah. He said you got to keep the franchise alive. So how would you you got all, let's put it like this, Mickey, you got all these characters. How would you do that, Joe? How are you going to make this make sense? Because
they've already done it. The Scream franchise has already done it. They did it in 3, where the Ghostface killer was using they used the voice of Cotton Weary to make his girlfriend come out. They were the Scream franchise was way ahead of its time. But now with AI would just make it more to date. You know what I'm saying? But Scream 3 already did it. Yes, this is supposed to be the last one. It's supposed to be the last one. Can't bring Jada back. She died like a folding lawn chair.
Yeah. And plus, ain't nobody trying to see her death scene over again. She had the longest death scene of people dying in Hollywood history. So no. Yeah, now she'll probably bring Will on there and kill him, but you
Oh
know.
God, I can't.
But thank you, William Ball, for the $2 super chat. I got you though.
Gang banging, gang banging, gang banging.
Thank you so very much for the $2
It was not as bad as
super
Bonnie
chat.
Roll. I do a game banging.
So it was like, so I agree.
We don't talk about that movie.
Laurie Strode in The Final Girl, but she made Halloween Ends. Yikes.
Sorry. Ugh. Halloween
So-
was trash, bro. Y'all was trash.
I'm gonna be honest with you, never seen it. Never seen Halloween. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be real with you, and this is gonna come as a shock. I'm not really a big Halloween fan. I always thought it was stupid. I'm sorry. I just kind of thought Michael Myers was kind of. I'm just saying. I'm just me. I never really cared for Michael Myers like that. It's because I seen the first Halloween movie. I was like, okay. I don't know. I don't know.
I think the reason why people love Michael Myers so much is because he don't have no rhyme or reason for what he doing. Like not like Jason. Like Jason's like, hey, y'all keep playing with my grounds. You know what I'm saying? I live here. You don't live here. I live here.
I can feel that motivation.
Mike is like, I broke out the insane asylum, and it's on. I don't care. You get in my way, I'm going to put this knife in your face.
For me, Jason, the reason, because Jason does have rhyme or reason to do stuff, and there's motivation. Just walking around with William Shatner's face does not. And I think
he's chaotic he is chaotic for the fun of it.
But I still think more. I think Jason made the big brooding slasher way more iconic. I think because they put more energy into Jason. Because
technically, we didn't get Jason. We didn't get Jason until part two. And then we really didn't even fully get the hockey mask Jason until 3.
Yeah.
So
we got racist Jason in 2.
I mean, honestly, Jason is almost on the same demon time as Mike Myers. He also is killing with no rhyme or reason as well too. You were just on my grounds. You on the campgrounds. Except for when they're at Camp Crystal Lake. But how many times has Jason been taken away from Camp Crystal Lake? He killed three people in the middle of the woods for no reason. They're playing paintball.
He did. And he went
Jason
to space.
with the face.
Jason went to space and killed that. When Michael Myers go to space, huh?
Michael Myers ain't no damn face.
Exactly. Michael Myers ain't gonna run no fade with Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean? Michael Myers ain't gonna run no fade with Leatherface. You know what I mean? Don't run no face. I'm just saying. I want leather. See, it's like, okay, so
Leatherface is different. Leatherface came from a psychotic. He came from a psychotic family, but he also had no rhyme or reason why he was.
He was just a psycho.
They was actually not take it back. They was on their property.
True, he was on the property. Yep, that was on their property. He's the only. It's just Michael Myers just show up. You know what I'm saying? With his jumpsuit on, and his William Shatner head face, and just stab people. Just. But I tell me this: which Michael Myers film do you think is the best? Not including not including the original Halloween.
Damn.
Thank you. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
No.
I won.
You won what?
The original one is the best. The other ones always try to make up for what they already established, and I don't think they ever hit the heights. This is why I stopped watching it, because it never hit the heights of the original.
For
Halloween.
me, my favorite one. Damn, somebody put it in the comments. Somebody put it in the comments. H2O. H2O was my favorite.
That's the one with Buster, though, right?
No, that's Resurrection.
That's Resurrection.
That one's
That's
trash.
right. Exactly. Exactly.
Actually, you know what? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me not say it's trash because
Rob Zombie version.
It is entertaining because Busta Rhymes put feet and hands on Michael Myers.
Oh, that's right.
Feet
That's
and
right.
hands.
The one with LL Cool J. That's H2O.
Yes,
Right,
H2O
yeah.
is LL Cool J.
Again, who's running fades with Jason? Who's running fades with Freddy? Chucky
I'm just
different.
saying we already got our Freddy versus Jason. I mean,
No, I'm talking about the people in the movie. I'm talking about the people Freddy fought, Buster fought Mike. Didn't LL fight him too?
I'm just saying the black dude fought Jason. He got his head knocked off, but he fought him.
Yeah.
It's been plenty of times the people at Halloween Ends, was it Halloween Ends? Whichever one of them Halloweens it was, they was putting it on. Well, that was Michael Myers, but they was putting it on Michael Myers, but they all ended up dead. I mean,
they did exactly. They ended up dead.
I'm just saying.
They ended up dead though. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's. I'm talking about.
You can't run a fade on a zombie. And that's
okay.
But that's the difference between Jason and Michael Myers. Jason is a whole zombie. He can't be stopped. He's unbeatable.
True. He's a supernatural zombie.
He is a supernatural zombie. And anybody want to argue with that, you can go watch Friday the 13th Part 7 and then go to not 7, 6. Sorry, 6, and then go argue with your mom.
But Mike is just a regular guy with supernatural strength.
Yeah.
Should have been shot. You never gonna see Michael Myers on Crenshaw. Is all I'm saying. Because Michael.
That would be an interesting Halloween movie. That would be like Halloween 8. Mike in Compton.
Hey, what up, cuz? He coming there in his blue suit.
What's that you claim?
He's just with a shot. Oh boy. I just think it's just Halloween's cool. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just, if I was getting ready to watch something, honestly, it's going to be either Freddy, it's going to be Jason, it's going to be Chucky. Those are my three. Even though technically Halloween came before all of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Halloween.
Michael came before all of them.
Halloween walk. So
Jason can run.
Yeah, I mean, not run technically. I mean, like slow slumber, but whatever.
Pimp walk.
Pimp walk.
Because even like, man, how he said, well, it's better than the season of the witch. Well, yeah.
Mike Myers is not even in season of the witch.
Right. It's just for me, if I'm looking for a slasher, Mike gonna be I ain't gonna lie, he gonna be in the back. I get Ghostface before I get Michael Myers, and we don't know who the Ghostface killer is. It could be anybody. So I'm not saying, for me, for one, shout out to Laurie Strode for one, because she put in that work. And Halloween 1 is good because the way that they established Halloween. You know what I mean? The way that movie kicks off with the kids, and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, and then you get to that's a great story. To me, I don't think the story has been as good. I think that's what it really is. The story to me hasn't been as good as the first one.
It's because they stayed the first two stayed focused on Laurie Strode, and then we got season of the witch, which skip.
Skip.
And then we end up with 4, where now that's
true though.
Oh yeah. That used to be that's my ringtone. That's my ringtone during Halloween.
That is true.
That's my ringtone all of October. Then we get 4. I'm sorry, and then we get introduced to Laurie Strode's kid, who is now being adopted, I think the reason why Halloween sometimes doesn't hit with people is because how many times they've killed Laurie. they killed her and then brought her back. And then they killed her again, and then they brought her back. But the first time she got killed off camera. I mean, she got killed like outside
Off
the movie,
screen.
like
Yeah.
off screen, you know, like, and then,
Mhm.
you know, I think it's just because they kept flip-flopping this story that Michael was only going after Laurie Strode. Oh, now he's not going after Laurie Strode anymore. Now he's going after, you know, her family, or, you know, okay, but you know what? No, we're gonna reel it back. We're gonna bring Laurie Strode back. We're gonna put her back in there. Now she got a son instead of a daughter.
Right. Now, if I'm not mistaken, did he go after the cop in the first one too?
So the cop, not you mean the psychiatrist?
Or psychiatrist, I mean, not the cop, the
So-
psychiatrist.
So
Yeah.
the psychiatrist, he wasn't going after the psychiatrist. The psychiatrist was going after him. He was trying to get him to come back to the facility, and yeah, he was in all the little cute Halloween movies.
Yeah.
Until he passed.
Yeah. That's the only I think that's the only thing when you look at, for me, when I look at like what they did with Child's Play was atrocious towards the end. You know what I mean? You start really good, and then we get to the Bride of Chucky and the Seed of Chucky, and you know, even what they course corrected a lot of that in the Child's Play series until it went downhill because of budgets, and they're just getting rid of that show. You know what I mean?
I think Child's Play bit off more than it could chew.
Shoot, yeah.
I think even though 3 is not one of my favorites, it still is
better.
It's still better than anything after that. Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Cold of Chucky, My Name is Chucky.
Even the Child's Play remake, you know, fell flat.
Man,
even though
that was the ugliest doll.
It was.
That doll was hideous. I'm not gonna buy that doll. Number one, if they were selling that doll on shelves, that doll would still be on shelves because that doll was gross.
I sent you a picture.
You did, and it was look. I had
that remake, the two worst remakes in franchise history, which was which I finally watched. I bought it. I bought the whole set. I bought the whole set. I watched it, and that was probably the worst movie I've ever saw in my life. It was the worst.
Hold up. Let's rewind the tape on that one. Hold on. And he's talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, y'all. The reason why Nightmare on Elm Street the remake did not work is because and we've already had this conversation on the Blurred AF before. It's because they went back to the original Nightmare on Elm Street script, making Freddy Krueger a pedophile. And also they changed how Freddy looked. They made Freddy look like an actual burn victim, which if you've seen a burn
5'5",
and he was 5'5". So if you've ever seen an actual burn victim, like it doesn't, they do not look like pizza. And that's what the original Freddy looks like. He looks like pizza. His face looked like pizza. Like pepperoni pizza, all mushed up and together and stuff like. But it's the simple fact that they made him an actual burn victim, so he had no nose. He didn't have any. He didn't have a face, and so that's not terrifying.
No, it was dumb, and the plot of the movie is actually worse when you actually go back and actually watch that movie. The plot of that movie is not good at all. It could have been potential, but to make him a PDF file instead of a child murderer, was the worst. To me, was the worst thing they could have ever done. Second of all, Rorschach from The Watchmen should have never been Freddy Krueger at all. Go get Johnny Depp. Don't go get him. Go get somebody, but don't go get him. It was horrible. Child's Play remake was horrible because number one, you don't have Brad Deardorff. It's Brad Deardorff. Yeah. The original, the voice of Chucky.
Yes.
You go get who did Luke Skywalker in the Joker? What's his name? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Got it.
Oh God, what's his name?
You got it. It's right there. You got it.
It is, and it's gone. It's
Mhm.
gone. Y'all put it in the chat. But
You know,
you
Torian
guys,
got it.
right?
See?
Mark Hamill.
Told you.
Good lord, I couldn't
Told
think
you.
of it.
Mhm.
But that's why I say y'all got it in the chat. When I hear Chucky, I don't want to hear the Joker. What I heard was the Joker in a ugly Chucky animatronic body. And that was the worst thing that they could have done. I wasn't even mad about him kind of being AI. I was cool with that. I was cool. But when you don't have that, when you don't have Chucky's original voice, it threw it off. And Mark Hamill is the Joker. Definitively the voice that he normally used. He used that Joker voice for Skeletor, and then he used it for this, and it just did not work.
You ain't like the,
You know
you
what
ain't
I
like the
mean?
Buddy song? I love the Buddy song.
The Buddy Soul was cool. I love that. I like now. I like that movie way better than I did Nightmare on Elm Street. That sucked. I was sitting there pissed. I was like, I wasted a whole $5 for this movie because it came in the box set. I hated it. I did not like it. So no. But what I told you, I like the movies that I like that made horror, and maybe because it is Rob Zombie, and maybe I need to go back and watch the Rob Zombie version of Halloween. Was the Devil's Rejects, the House of a Thousand Corpses. Those
if you like those movies, you're gonna love Rob Zombie's Halloween because that was gory as hell.
Yeah, it was just the tone. For one, I watched the House of a Thousand Corpses, I don't know, like a million times because it's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And then the Devil's Rejects are just what Captain Spaulding is in it. It's my guy. God rest his soul. Those are the type of things that I like. So when I watch it, if that's the thing, I guess I need to watch it to see what they do with the character of Michael Myers and how do they because he doesn't talk, he doesn't do it. He just stabs. He just walks around just.
Well, in the Rob Zombie one, might be going off.
I gotta see it.
Yeah, no, he did. No, it's literally he is literally. I mean, they do go more into his backstory. Like how he, they show him at the psychiatric facility and all that good stuff. They show how he breaks out. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't during. I don't even know. It takes place. They show how he breaks out. He gets out or whatever. Yeah, the Rob Zombie. I like Rob Zombie's version of Halloween because it was a little bit more darker. And like I said, obviously I didn't like the whole white horse, my mom is an angel, ghost talking to me thing, but it still worked. It worked. And it has one of the bloodiest endings out of the series.
Let me go see how much that movie is right now on some voodoo.
Why would you pay for it?
I pay for everything.
Why would you pay for it?
Like my light bill, William Moloch.
Oh God, you can watch it for free. You can watch it for free.
I'm not gonna lie. If it's like House of a Thousand Corpses, it's like the Devil's Rejects. Now I haven't watched.
You have to watch both of them. You gotta watch Halloween 1 and 2.
Oh, those are both Rob Zombie's. The remakes was Halloween 1. So okay, let me ask you this: did they take elements of like the original Halloween? To me, I still think that that's one of the best stories to get to Michael Myers that I've seen. Do they take inspiration from that, or is just his own thing now?
It's like I said, the first one goes into more of his backstory because we don't, obviously in the first Halloween movie, we didn't get to see what happened to him between the time he was a kid and when he magically became 270, 6'7", kicking indoors.
Right.
Yeah, but from Halloween, the Rob Zombie one, we get that backstory, and I mean, they almost try to humanize him, so you feel a little sorry for him.
Not Dre needs a fire stick. No, that's the only one I didn't watch is 3 from Hell. That was the last part of the House of a Thousand Corpse, Captain Spaulding movies.
But yeah, just
Mm.
you might want to go watch that. Go watch the Rob Zombie movie. Don't buy that junk. Go watch it.
He said watch it for free.
Go watch it
Well,
for free.
it's on it's on Vudu. Halloween Ends is on sale. Halloween is on sale for Rob Zombie. Matter of fact, all the Halloween movies is on sale except for two. Except for the original Halloween, the original Halloween 2, but the remakes all on sale. H2O, Halloween Resurrection. Hold up. So my man catches a fade by two black dudes in two back-to-back movies.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
I was gonna say you.
So Tina said, please do a Zoom meeting viewing of that.
Of which one?
We need to get back to that. Maybe the Rob Zombie Halloween movies.
Okay.
She said it's on everything right now for free.
Don't you got Paramount Plus?
Yeah, I do. I got all this crap. I pay for all this mess.
Okay. Stop.
Well, you know what? Because I have Amazon, they would not let me buy it. That's one thing I will say about Amazon. This is the reason why I said that. So I was watching Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your Just in the Hood. And I tried to buy it. Amazon would not let me buy it because it's free on Paramount Plus. It would not let you buy it. They were like, you better watch this for free until we.
All right. Oh, because normally I click more buying options and then it let me buy. It let me buy
no
it.
Buying options.
That's wild. Okay.
So yeah. Yeah. So I guess I got something to watch. He said Halloween is on Peacock. Like I said, I like the 1978 Halloween. Was watching it on. I still got Shudder. I still pay for Shudder. I shouldn't have to pay for Jack because I pay for Shudder.
Why are you paying for Shudder? You don't even watch horror movies.
I pay for Shudder because what I do, actually, I have been watching horror movies. I just haven't been watching the other stuff that I was like, what is this? Shark Man and or something stupid. It's
I
hard.
thought you was gonna say I've been watching Creep Show, or I've been watching. I haven't watched
Creep Show or Creep Show 2 in a minute.
No, I'm talking about the Creep Show. There's a Creep Show on never mind. All right, so I've been watching movies. I don't know what Dre's doing, but I've been watching movies. I've been going to the movies. I've been going to the movies, and so far, these are my thoughts on a couple of horror movies that I've seen this year. The first was Wolfman. I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. I mean, if you are into psychological tension and there is a underlying thing underneath it as well too, you'll enjoy this movie. I enjoyed it. I think it was well done. It was well executed. The acting in it was really, really good. So if you haven't seen Wolfman, go check that out. Number 2. Okay.
Number 2.
All right. I have to put my phone down for this one because The Monkey.
We technically talked about this offline, but yeah, let's talk about The Monkey. Go ahead and give us that breakdown.
So if y'all don't know the story behind this one, it is it's based on a Stephen King short called The Monkey. It's basically about a killer monkey that every time in the story, it's every time it beats its symbols, but they couldn't use the monkey with the symbols because technically that belongs to Pixar because of Toy Story. So they couldn't use that, so they used the drum. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I hated that movie. I hated The Monkey. And here's the reason why. Now, don't get me wrong, the kills are very much like Final Destination-ish. All of them. They all very Final Destination-ish. And at first you laughing. Like, oh my God, that's funny. Oh, snap. Oh, but then after a while, you like, it kind of gets a little predictable for me. Well, it got predictable for me, but there's the story is about two twin brothers. They find this monkey. They find out that the monkey is actually killing people. Now, the first scene at the hibachi grill place, that was my only oh shit moment. That was my only oh shit moment. I don't know why Pixar has the rights to that monkey, but they do. That's the reason why they couldn't use it.
The monkey with the tambourines?
Yeah, the one with it.
Yeah.
They couldn't use it because Pixar owns the rights to that monkey.
Which is crazy because that's the monkey from Monkey Shines. But
no, from the Monkey Shines. You know what? Moving on. So yeah, if y'all see, don't get me wrong, I laughed too certain parts, but then I stopped laughing, and the movie had no rhyme or reason, no plot, no real plot to it. Yeah, just deaths and just a whole bunch of Final Destination deaths and a monkey.
Monkey.
Number 3, Hard Eyes. Okay, y'all. This movie was good, but it was bad at the same time. Like, it was good, but bad. It was like bad, but good. The reason why it was good is because I like the concept of having a hard eyes killer that killed people during Valentine's Day, but bad because they kind of
That's your love, punk.
Not fuck your love. Bad because they tried to make it. They try to incorporate rom-com scenes and also phrases from rom-coms into the movie. So it was, and then the twist was not it. It was, to me, it was almost like they finished the movie and then it was like, nah, let's do this. And then they just kind of threw this twist in there. And it was just like, because when it got to the twist, I was like, oh, I kind of already figured who the killer was. And so if they would have just left it the way that it was, then we wouldn't have got that horrible twist and a horrible ending to that movie. But the kills were good in that movie. I ain't gonna hold you. The one when you put the lady in the wine press thing, disgusting. But also shout out to, Hobbs and Shaw.
So we were all the same. The movie was trash. So the kills were good. Said the lady in the yard trailer. What did you think about that?
So I am very much intrigued by the lady in the yard. I want to see that movie. I've watched both the trailers. I want to know who
was good.
Yeah, I want to know who that is sitting in the middle of somebody's lawn.
They played it before Companion.
That's right. They did. They did.
Because I thought that was the movie we were getting ready to watch. And I was like, oh, this is a good. And then I was like, this ain't the movie. This is a good.
I thought we was going to see Sinners. I was.
Yeah. Give me a second. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So those are 3 movies that I've seen so far this year. The ones I'm looking forward to this year are. I sent that to.
Because you gave 7 movies.
I did. The ones that, well, I ain't gonna say I'm looking forward to them. The ones that we will be getting this year is Megan 2.0, which okay. The Conjuring, which I don't watch. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I am not, nor will I ever probably sit through a Conjuring movie. Just not my cup of tea. But we're getting The Conjuring, Last Rites. For some strange reason, Mortal Kombat 2 was listed as a horror movie.
I mean, if they do it right, it can be a horror movie.
Yeah.
If they do it right.
Final Destination Bloodlines, which I'm kind of not looking forward to that one either. I'm kind of desensitized. I'm not gonna say desensitized. I am kind of burnt out on Final Destination. Like, I'm kind of over it. Like, the last one kind of just did it for me. I was like, all right, we're good now. We brought it full circle. No, we didn't bring it full circle. Gotta do one more. But also it's Tony Todd's last movie. It was the last movie that he filmed when he was alive. So, but that's the only reason why I'm gonna go see it. Is for Tony. I don't drive behind nobody log truck. I don't drive behind tractor trailer trucks. You know how sometimes y'all be driving down the street and you see that one person that got everything and their mama stacked up on their truck, and this is just stacked up on the truck. I don't drive behind them neither.
Nope, I don't fool with it.
Why is your ladder hanging off the back of the truck like that? And it's not tied down, sir.
Quick question. Is cinematic, because I want to pull your the YouTube channel up so we can
Cinematic Nightmares podcast.
And because I put it in the search bar and it's not
maybe I didn't make it searchable. No, it's
not searchable.
It's public.
Yeah, it's for some reason it's not, because you don't have any content.
Yeah, I don't have no content yet.
Yeah, so send me a link to it. Send me a link to it
on
Instagram, and then what I'm gonna do is pull it up from here. Oh.
What movies are y'all looking forward to? There we go with it. Those are my movies. Actually, there was more, but not for this year. They're for next year, and I'm damn sure not looking forward to Scream 7, so don't even ask.
Now, if they bring back Dwayne Martin,
I might go see it.
No, that's the one that has to be a cameo that nobody's seen coming.
I seen the new Looney Tunes movie on my AMC app, and I was like,
"There's a new Looney Tunes movie."
It's Daffy and Porky's in it.
I would have never knew. Hold up, let's get to the channel.
I don't have no content.
That's cinematic night. No, we know, but what I want to do is to be able to show everyone.
I am going to repost the Exploring the Shadow videos on there.
So everybody, this is the Cinematic Nightmares. You see, welcome to Cinematic Nightmares, your go-to destination for everything horror, from spine-chilling reviews to deep dives into the darkest corners of cinema. We're here to bring you the latest in horror movie reviews, classic throwbacks, and a passion for all things spooky. Fan of slashers, supernatural thrills, or psychological horror, you'll find something to haunt your dreams. So get ready to immerse yourself in a world of fear and fantasy. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for the latest episodes and updates. Get ready for a frightfully good time. And just started today. Mika G got started. Just started today.
Oh, and I made that logo.
And she made that logo, which is dope. That logo is dope. So yeah, you see that? Subscribe. First one. Well, you probably have other people subscribe probably right before me, but I'm saying I'm first. I said I'm first. So
no, I literally just got a notification. You're my first subscriber.
Yay!
Thank you.
So I'm putting this up here. Let's full screen this. I'm putting this up here so you guys can be able to check out Cinematic Nightmares when the podcast start dropping, and you're gonna do full length videos, or you're gonna do live streams. How are you doing this so the people
I'm
can
probably
know?
gonna start out with videos. I have been doing a series every month called Exploring the Shadows. I already started in I just dropped gothic horror a couple of days ago. So I've done slashers. I did black horror, and then I just did gothic horror. So next month is going to be psychological horror. So I'm going to drop those 3 videos on the page. But when it's time to actually do the actual podcast, I'm going to start out with just videos first. So then that way I can just edit it. And, so there isn't really any because honestly, if I did live, I'd just be talking to myself or whoever my guest is. And we wouldn't have any feedback from an audience. So it'll probably be videos at first and then eventually live stream.
All right, so I'm going to put, and you hear videos, and then we're going to get into some of the other stuff. But if you see in the chat, put in the chat cinematic nightmares, not night pairs, cinematic nightmares.
That would be awesome channel. Just dead pairs.
Cinematic night pairs that come to live at night and kill you. That would get Attack of the Killers of Males and got shit on pairs.
You stupid. Yeah.
So you see in the chat, we put the actual link in. So, So make sure that you guys are clicking the link and then go subscribe.
Also, like y'all on Threads, if you're on no Threads, if you're on Threads, you can follow me on same thing, Cinematic Nightmares podcast. I be wilding over there. Matter of fact, I be wilding. Not wilding in a bad way, just sending people to the shadow realm.
To the goulash. No. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. The link is in there. So make sure you click the link. I like the fact that she does do which I also I'm a full screen this. I'm gonna take this back off and full screen this back on here. I'm getting ready to pay for CapCut for the year, but for the team. So I didn't know.
You would have told me that already. I'm joking.
So I'm just saying, because I was looking at it and I'm about to use the mix between CapCut and InShot for stuff that's so easy for me to do, and then CapCut for the other stuff, because CapCut got way better AI voice. They got way better like even because I'm trying to just do this stuff, like when I do this stuff to try to make shorts, try to do it on InShot, it's not good. So I looked at CapCut. They got better when you do the captions and all of that's way better on CapCut. So it might as well, what I'm saying, I do it a yearly thing where we as a team could be able to use that and thrive with it. So the full version, all of it, get all of it, use it on your computer, use it on your phone, however, it's a team thing. So so that's the next thing. All right, we are getting ready to wrap this up here soon. What else do you have, Mika G, to tell us?
I will be back. I will be back on the Blurred AF. This was a one-off. I guess you could say. I will be back. I miss this. I miss doing content like this. I miss doing podcasting. But I'm also focusing on getting Cinematic Nightmares off the ground, and me being on Threads has gotten gotten me off the ground. So like when it's time for me to start doing this for real, then I will definitely be back, but it'll be in between me recording videos for Cinematic Nightmares. And if anybody wants to come on and be a guest, you're more than welcome to come on and be a guest. Just hit me up on Instagram and let me know when you want to come on, and we'll chop it up and we'll talk horror movies.
That's what I'm talking about. I have I'm gonna drop this video here in about an hour. Just my thoughts on the death of my friend, like I said, like a niece, Alicia Burney. So you guys will get that video here in about an hour and a half. I'm gonna upload it, and I do have I'm gonna show clips of the first one of the first skits I did with her and her dad, her brother, and my kids is going to be a part of that. I was thinking about releasing that skit separately because it was on my friend Charles Allen's YouTube channel. It's been gone, and I just have a screenshotted, version of it or whatever. But like I said, it's just to represent her, and to show my love and support and all of that for the Burney family. So make sure you guys keep that keep them in your prayers, your thoughts. It's still, like I said, it's still kind of hard because like I said, it hit the local news that of her death. And when you see stuff like that, the reality sits back in. So just keep them in your prayers. And like I said, that video will be coming soon. And then I'll be back in the morning yelling and hollering about something else. So again, thank you, Mika, for coming in and gracing us with your presence. And we got to talk horror movie because we talk all the time, and we be talking about stuff, and she be like, man, I wish we could have been on the show, because we get to, in this certain stuff, we kind of went off topic of the Scream and went off topic on some other stuff. But trust me, we get to talking, especially with all these ideas and stuff like that. So I do watch. I can't watch everything. I really, honestly, because of my work schedule, I have to watch stuff, and then when I start watching stuff, prime example, Donnie Brasco ends up watching me because of my work schedule and stuff like that. So when I watch something, I gotta be able to really watch it, you know what I mean, and not miss anything. So so this is why I don't get to watch everything. But when I do watch something, trust me, I'm on it. So
he always has like the craziest like ideas about movies, and I have to reel him in. I'm like, no, that's not it.
I do, and I think it's
he will go left, and I'll be like, no, come back to the right. come back. What are you doing? So yeah, next time, like I said, we got some stuff to work on anyway. So all right, so of course you already know what it's time for. Thank you, super guys, so much, but you know what he's about to say.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
And because we have to wrap this up, thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Blurred AF. Of course, I am Dre Mac, and for Mika G over here, Cinematic Nightmares podcast is up. Go subscribe, and
I'm gonna post a video.
And then make sure y'all hit that bell notification so you never miss when that does post, because sometimes we forget to hit the bell, so we don't actually know when it posts. So make sure you guys are hitting that bell notification so you never miss one of our videos. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to me if you haven't. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so you never ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and Vibe higher, y'all. Let's get up out of here, man. And shout out to Blue. Can't wait for Blue to come back next week. Where is the outro at? Let's get up out of here. And of course, like Blue says, lick ass.